Margarita, a digital accountant. Today I want to share my review about Bokio accounting software. I have enlisted some points, quite a long list actually, which will consider a good points and considerations. I catch you out. Possibly you thought that I will say bad points. No, because why I'm calling considerations, it might be important to one person and it might be considered as a drawback, whereas for another person it's kind of like, I don't care actually, I will not use that feature. So it's why I'm calling considerations. And yeah, so let's jump straight into my review. So, first point is Director's Payroll. Well, actually this is a feature what I have not seen in any other accounting softwares so far. If you don't have employees in your company, so you don't employ staff, but your business is run by directors, then you can actually manage directors' payroll directly from Bokio accounting software. You do not need to look for third-party payroll software to manage directors' pay. You can do it directly from Bokio accounting software. Furthermore, you can actually submit information directly from Bokio accounting software to HMRC. Currently, Director's Payroll is in beta test, but I think so once it will be rolled out as one of the features included in Bokio accounting software, it will be actually added to a paid packages. So I don't think so it will be for free, because Director's Payroll is a good feature to have if you want to run Director's Payroll directly from Bokio accounting software. Next point what I want to mention is about fixed asset. So actually if you have purchased your fixed asset and you want to enter, if you enter your supplier invoice on Bokio accounting software, system will give you a nudge advising that this is most likely fixed asset and would you like to add it to your fixed asset register. And if you opt in to add to your fixed asset register, you will be able to add the useful life of this asset. Downside, you cannot change depreciation frequency, it is set up as annual, as well as you cannot change your depreciation method, which is set up on straight line method. So, apart from these two downsides, I think so it's quite good to have an option to add your fixed asset to your fixed asset register directly from supplier invoice. Also, it records all information about this asset from supplier invoice, what you have entered on system. If you opt for actually manually adding fixed assets, you need to make sure that you actually post a journal with opening balances and how you have sponsored this asset from accounting terms, so it needs to be debits and credits and etc. Then you need to make sure that you post this journal first before you start to enter your asset on fixed asset register manually. Otherwise, you will be not able to add it because you need to link fixed asset card to a particular journal entry. Just a tip. This is not a good point actually what I want to mention, and it is about supplier issued credit notes. Actually, you cannot enter supplier issued credit notes on Bokio accounting software. Why? I don't know why. I actually tried to dodge system, being a smart ass if I may say so, and I actually tried to enter supplier invoice with a minus sign. And my thought process was maybe then I will be able to offset both invoices and it's kind of eliminated. But nope. You cannot actually enter invoices with a negative sign. Doesn't allow. And then I was thinking, okay, how about if I enter supplier invoice, how I can actually delete it later? So basically you need to go from transactions levels and remove and unlock any transactions what are linked. So you need to go from an end back to beginning. And when you get to just an entry field of a supplier invoice, then you will be able to delete it. It's kind of long-winded and actually pain to, I think so, remove that supplier invoice. From accounting or bookkeeping side, I don't think so that is correct process, especially if you have entered supplier invoice in one financial year, but then you receive credit note in next financial year. if your year has been already locked, how you will enter the credit note? I don't know. If you have an answer how to go or approach this on Bokio accounting software, please share in a comment section below. I'm really interested in it, because often I would figure out some kind of way to go around system, but not in this case. I couldn't figure out how I can add supplier credit notes on Bokio accounting software. Next point is about recurring sales invoices, and this falls in my considerations list. Why in considerations list? Because if you don't plan to use recurring sales invoices, then you will not be interested in this point at all. However, if you plan to use recurring sales invoices, this is what you need to know. Currently, you cannot set up an end date nor occurrences, that's mean how many times this invoice should be, recurring invoice should be created on Bokio accounting software. If you plan to have a lot of recurring sales invoices, that would mean that you would need to keep somewhere else a track of when particular recurring sales invoice should stop. And that might be a little bit of a pickle. How to stop? Well, actually you would need to go in every single recurring invoice and either stop it or delete it from your recurring invoices list. Little bit painful process, right? Another point what I want to mention about Bokio accounting software, and this is a good point, is that actually any support documents, for example supplier invoices, contracts, receipts, even under expense claims, receipts and etc., will be displayed next to an entry field. That would make your life easier because you do not need to flip between different tabs or have a second screen, or even not a environment-friendly way to print an invoice and keep it in front of you once you try to enter details. Furthermore, Bokio is actually a smart accounting software, and it will try to read, for example, date, due date and amount available from scanned or uploaded document. And you can of course still amend it if system have picked it wrongly or incorrectly. However, that is a step forward how Bokio accounting software actually learns about your files and where you're picking up information from, so for future it can start to read information more accurate for you. Another point what I want to mention is that this uploaded file of course will be stored digitally on your accounting software, on Bokio accounting software, and once you review your transactions, or your accountant or bookkeeper reviews your transactions, when you click on that transaction, actually the support document will be displayed below. Instead of having like an attached pin when you need to download that one, on Bokio accounting software it is already displayed on screen below that particular transaction. You can read information and make sure actually that this particular costs have been allocated to correct place, or if you need to make any other changes. So makes life easier, also navigate and see if information have been entered correctly. Okay guys, there is another good point what I want to mention about Bokio accounting software. Once I signed up for free package, it actually provided me with a free trial. And free trial would mean that often you can test all features available on accounting software. But what makes Bokio different on free trial from other accounting softwares? Well, you can test all features, but if that feature what you're testing actually is included in one of the paid plans, it will advise you on the top section, like in a pop-up box, that if you want to keep using this feature, you will actually need to go for a particular plan after free trial. So for example, if you want to use recurring sales invoices going forward because your business runs or provides services on a monthly basis, so recurring invoices are important for you, then after free trial actually you will need to go for a business plan, which is most expensive plan, and that message shows up in that section. But if recurring invoices actually are not important for you, however fixed assets are, then when you go to fixed assets section, there is the same message on the top, okay, different message. It advises that you actually need to go for balanced plan after your free trial. If section doesn't have that kind of message, that means that that is included in free package. I really like this option that actually Bokio guides you through and advises which features are in which plans, and if actually you need to have this feature when you're testing on free trial. Really liked it. I hope you will enjoy as well. Last point what I want to mention is about bank reconciliations. Well, actually I want to split this point in two parts. Firstly, I want to talk about bank statement uploads if you have not enabled automated bank feeds, and secondly about actual bank reconciliations. Yeah, okay, we will get to that point. So firstly, let's talk about bank statement uploads. I'm calling bank statement uploads, but actually you do not need to physically upload statements. So you do not need to have PDF files, CSV files or Excel files, etc. No, don't worry, downloading, converting or whatever you have been doing previously, don't worry. You just need to have an access even to online statement display where you can actually highlight and copy information. So you need to copy information from a statement and paste on Bokio accounting software. So no attaching, but pasting. So copy and paste information in Bokio provided field, and Bokio will read information and will create a table with transactions. Then, if you are happy with that information, you can create transactions easy and simple. Transactions will look exactly the same as if you would have enabled your automated bank feeds and displayed for you to reconcile. And now let's go to point number 2, which is about bank reconciliation. So once you record, match or review, match or record your transactions, let's get in correct order. Then after clearing all your transactions out of your transaction list, when you go back to your bank accounts, you will be not able to see a balance at a certain date. So for example, if I have reconciled up to 24th, let's say August, then only thing what I will see under bank feeds section under bank accounts will be just date of the last transaction. Not helpful at all. So where you can see a closing balance, only way at the moment is to go to report section, and there is report called general ledger. Find your bank account in a question and you will be able to see all transactions as well as closing balance. And then you can check if your closing balance on general ledger report actually matches with your closing balance on your bank account at that particular date. That's how I checked. Hopefully Bokio will add closing balance on bank account section as well, not only date. Overall, I think that Bokio is simple and straightforward software for small to medium-sized businesses. However, please note that every task or process is converted into a journal entry. And this, of course, can confuse or puzzle those who have no prior knowledge about bookkeeping or accounting. I hope you found my Bokio review useful, but if you have any questions or require any further advice, feel free to reach out to me. Also guys, I have shared the link in the description section below to my Bokio tutorial where I am presenting health and safety training business. Well, I'm using health and safety training business concept to actually show how you can record transactions and manage your business operations from Bokio accounting software. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in next episode. And I'm sorry for that noise outside. It actually not a war zone, it actually someone taking down a building, so it is a little bit loud. I hope it didn't distract you to actually enjoy my review video.